If kids can't return to school, the community can't return to normal. Thanks for coming so quickly, guys. It's been a crazy few days here. This middle school has been closed since the storm.
I know, Hootie. It looks like Tampa will take months to rebuild.
It could take weeks before the entire grid is up and running.
Let's say we created a first aid kit, but for classrooms.
We have provided power and internet for class, but not a suitable place where it can happen.
Tampa was devastated. Its schools, roads, hospitals, and houses were all flooded. If the schools couldn't return to normal, the town couldn't return to normal, and the community couldn't return to normal. Since Tampa had most of its structures destroyed, there's really little we can do about that. However, we must focus on the main points that we can right now. As said by Ivy, without schools, Tampa cannot return back to normal. So how do we provide a safe learning environment with stable electricity and Wi-Fi? Well, we will formulate a solution using the SWOT analysis. Using the SWOT analysis, we will be able to determine the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of my proposed solution. Now, just to clarify my solution a little bit better, it will be more of a package that will cover all three problems, which include providing a safe environment, providing electricity, and providing stable Wi-Fi for students to learn on. For your information, SWOT means strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Using this guide, we can help analyze our strengths and weaknesses of our proposed solution, and we can also brainstorm some opportunities we can take to further progress our solution. One strength of my proposed solution is the sewer system. Not just because the sewer system is upgraded and it will prevent floods for now, it will also prevent floods for later on, which would also benefit the future generation who would also be using the same area as we are. Another strength of my proposed solution is that we don't just encourage ourselves to have our own pop-up schools. The schools that are currently existing that have no electricity and no Wi-Fi will be given parcels that contain solar panels and Wi-Fi for them to continue on with their education journey, despite the situation. Now let's move on to the weaknesses. Now, what weaknesses does my solution contain? Although my solution is well thought out, that doesn't mean it's perfect. There are still some problems in our solution. Number one is getting the budget. We'd have to find the perfect fundraisers and investors and government agencies to help fund our cause to solve Tampa's issue. And we don't just need a budget. We need a big budget considering that we're going to be hiring professionals to upgrade our sewage system and to also develop the parcels that are specifically designed to contain solar panels and internet routers that would later be distributed to schools in need that were affected by the storm. But don't get it twisted. Once we get the budget we need to develop, this will be well worth it for the community of Tampa and for Tampa's future. And now, what opportunities could we take to further progress our solution? Now, looking at it from a realistic approach, our current solution's already a little bit excessive. However, there's still some opportunities we can take to further progress it, considering the fact that we still have to look for more investors who'd like to fund it. Now, considering the same format that we've used to distribute parcels to schools in need, we can also use the same format for distributing different school materials like pencils, notebooks, school books, and maybe even laptops for computer class. That's very much possible considering the fact that these professionals that we've hired to develop the boxes that will contain solar panels and Wi-Fi routers would also be developing these boxes that will also be used to contain school materials.
Aside from that, looking at it on a realistic scale, there's really not much we can do after that, since if we did something more than that, it would already be very excessive. Now let's move on to the fourth and last point of our SWOT analysis, and that is analyzing the threats in our proposed solution. However, we have only one threat, and that threat is one of the biggest that could potentially shut down this operation altogether. And that's finding the right investors and right government agencies who will help fund us in this operation. Because if we can't find the right investors or the right people who would be willing to fund us, this could just all shut down altogether, and this would stop everything. That's why we'd have to find the perfect investors who are willing to help us.
So yes guys, that's my SWOT analysis on the global problem solver solution. Thank you for watching. Bye!